Hello everyone, it's your favorite night owl here out on this unfortunately sunny day. Although I should probably retract that, as there's some rather lovely cloud cover in that even the birds seem to be enjoying. I don't know if you can hear them in the background or not. We have here a cold steel Hudson Bay camp axe for review. Also brought out my little Esbit stove and my mess kit, my Honest Outfitters mess kit, for the sake of enjoying lunch at the end of the video with everyone. Before we get started, like, share, and subscribe, and we are not currently sponsored by any of the brand names in this video. Alrighty then, let's get on with it, shall we? Here we have my little cold steel camp axe I just got, and right out of the box it performed quite well. Ergonomically speaking, it felt nice in the hand, and didn't wear out too quickly. Now up here you can see, I don't know if you can clearly see in the video, it was able to cut about an inch into this rather sturdy maple. Moving on back from that, it does have a unique construction compared to what most people consider when they think of a traditional axe. Rather than the traditional method of mounting onto the shaft here, they have it clamped on the back. Now this is rather easy to tighten and loosen. All you need is a Allen wrench. Fantastic. The downside is something I ran into though, is these do come loose with extended use, at least in my experience with this specific axe. There are ways around it though, so there's that. You can put a little Loctite on those, although that in the end could make it more difficult to take off later. I don't know if you can see in the video, but there's a line up here from the impression made when this head came loose after I'd used it right out of the box. Now, let me show you what I was able to get through before it needed tighten, and it was able to get through a decent amount before I needed to break out my little Allen wrench. Alright then, let's move on down here. I apologize for any extra noise of walking through all this. I was able to cut through this right here fairly easily. I was also able to cut through a limb that was about a little over a half of this in diameter, and something in a third branch, 3/4 of that, before it needed tightened. Fantastic. I also hear the deer up and about today. Fantastic. Moving on back to the video over here with my wonderful little axe, which I do plan to now get another one, as it handled quite well and was aesthetically pleasing as well. An Allen wrench is a relatively inexpensive tool that can be easily stuck in a pocket and not really take up much room or be noticed. Also, if you're carrying individual Allen wrenches around with you, one thing to take into account is they're rather easy to lose, as I have found out over the years. It was able to cut an inch down into the wood. I don't know if you were able to see that back when I was looking at what I was able to cut through. Now, the shaft is supposedly made of genuine hickory, and as previously said, it is rather pleasant to look at. Aesthetically quite pleasing. If I had to give this a number, I would say it'd be around 4 out of 5 stars, as it was relatively soon after taking it out of the box, although it was able, in my opinion, to get through quite a bit before it needed tightened, and it didn't even need tightened that much. We do have here, of course, its clamp on the back, which a simple Allen wrench was able to take care of. So, I would probably say it'd be a bit more fair with its ergonomics, aesthetics, and what it was able to get through before I needed to handle the issue of it coming loose, the head. A 4.5 out of stars. Moving on, I am planning to get a second one of these, as I tend to use this for work around the yard. The second one will be going right into my camping set. I even remembered to buy a sharpening stone, as I keep losing mine. Although they tend to not take up much space, and sort of like the aforementioned Allen wrench, they are fairly easy to lose. But a nice sharpening stone is always nice to have anyway. So, new axe, new sharpening stone. Well, this is not a video to review that. 4.5 out of Star Fars. Do plan to buy another one. Alrighty then. That will call it into the review itself, although we are moving on to lunch. Alrighty then. Hello everyone, back as promised, a little bit of lunch to enjoy with everyone. Went ahead, set up my Espit stove on a little block there. I went ahead and set up as to not potentially scorch the wood of this nice shallow deck I helped make. We have here a perfectly fit between two bowls. Also brought out a little bit of green tea to enjoy. Over here I'm using the lid for the sake of holding my kitchen utensils before I give it a try. My younger brother has already claimed his bowl. Now, what did I make? Right over here, it was just a pre-made soup, a Progresso broccoli cheese with bacon. As previously stated, we are not sponsored by any brand names within this video. Also added a bit of extra chicken and a little extra pepper, as I find if they include pepper at all, which they may not, it's either too little or way too much with a lot of the pre-made soups. So I always keep a little extra in hand, just in case. Fantastic! Well, how does it taste over there? Got a little head shake, so that's about the best I'm going to get, and that's clearly a passing grade. Fantastic! Alrighty then, better make this quick. It feels like it's ready to rip open with rain. Let me kneel on down here and take a nibble. Sorry about that extra noise. Smells good, and tastes good as well. Fantastic. Shooting all this by hand, so I apologize for the shaky cam. Put that on down there. Now, I would like to enjoy the rest of this lunch with everyone, but as I previously stated, it does feel like it's about to break on with rain, so I do need to rush all this in. Like, share, and subscribe, and I thank everyone for their time, and do look forward to our next meeting. Fantastic. See everyone around.